When you want to migrate your data out of Google Apps, there's a special tool that Google provides. It's called Google Takeout. If you go to that URL, you'll see that there are 17 services right now for which you can export your data from Google. Make sure you're logged in and then click Create Archive. And you can select which apps and services you want to export data for. I would suggest just selecting all of them. And then once you're ready, click Create Archive. And then you'll see that Google starts creating an archive of all your files. And this could take a while. This could take up to an hour or so. So just be patient and you'll get an email when the archive creation is done. You can actually go away from the tab. And then once your archive is ready, click Download. It'll ask you to log in again. And then you can download the whole archive containing all of your Google Apps data from Yes. This should be a fairly big file, and so downloading it will also take a few minutes. Once it's downloaded, you'll see that it's a little zip file. It's an archive of all your data, and inside are all the folders containing all your information from your Yongsan Google Apps account. So let's talk about bookmarks. To import your bookmarks into your new account, if you're migrating to another Google account or any browser, you can just import the bookmarks directly into your browser. For calendar, the same. If you're migrating to another Google account or another calendar app, you can just go to your new calendar, go to Settings, and import the calendar. You just choose the file. It's in that folder that you downloaded from Google, the archive. And you select the calendar file and open it. And this works for many applications, not just going from one Google account to another. This may also take a little bit of time depending on how many events you had in your calendar. Then for contacts, if you had a lot of contacts stored in your Google account and you want to take those with you, you can use those .vcf files to import them again into another Google account, which I'll show you here. Or you can also import them into the address book on your Mac or other programs on your PC. So go to More, Import, and again, it's all the same steps. You select the file that you want to import the contacts from, and in your new Google account, you'll see that all your contacts will show up. Next thing we're going to talk about is Drive. This is a big one, of course, your Google Drive, getting all your documents and data out of there. Now, Google Drive does not export forms. Any forms you had in your Google Drive won't export. I'll show you something else to do for that. But all of your Google Docs that were spreadsheets will be exported as Excel files. All of your Google Docs that were a document will be exported as a Word doc, and all your Google presentations will be exported as PowerPoints. Any other files that Google does not natively support will be downloaded in exactly the same format that you uploaded them to Drive. So you can upload this entire Google Drive folder to your new Drive account, your personal one that you're migrating to. And that's fairly simple. Just make sure that your upload settings, you check your upload settings before you upload it. You may want to check the confirm settings before each upload option, so that you don't inadvertently convert all your documents to Google Docs. And this will take quite a while if you have a lot of Google Docs or stuff stored in Drive. but it's a simple process, and once the upload is complete, your entire Drive contents will be in your new Google account. Now for forms, if you have forms that you want to migrate over to your new account that you don't want to have to recreate, you can select a form and then just share it with yourself in your new personal account. And then once you've done that, if you switch to your personal account, you'll see that in the Shared With Me section, your form is there. The thing with this is that you have to make copies of these forms for you to become the owner of them. You can't transfer ownership of Google Docs. So once you've said make a copy of any document that you've shared with yourself, you have to go to My Drive and you'll see the copy of the document exists there. You can rename it, and now you are the owner of this document. You can do this actually for your entire Google Drive as well, or any folder in your Google Drive. You can select it, you can share it with yourself in your personal account, and once you've shared it with yourself, again, it will show up in your personal Google Drive in the Shared With Me section. But the problem again is you need to copy all those documents individually. And unfortunately, you'll see if you select a folder, there's no copy option. You can't make a copy of a folder. So you have to copy individual documents by selecting them. You can select multiple documents at a time and then say, make a copy. And you'll see that Drive will start making copies of all your documents. But this will definitely be a tedious process to go through and get copies of all your documents created and then move them back into the correct folders and so on and so forth. You can see that if you had any photos on Google Photos uploaded, they're downloaded in their original format, JPEG. And then mail, of course. Mail is an important one. If you want access to all your email, you can actually go to Mail, but don't set up a Google account. You have to go to Add Other Mail Account, say Continue, and then type in the following settings. So your email address, your email password, then Next, and then select IMAP, and type in imap.gmail.com, your full username again, and your password. Click Next. And if everything goes well, you'll get taken to the SMTP screen. And here you can type in smtp.gmail.com. Again, type the whole email address here for username and your password. And click Create. And this will take a while, especially since we have tons of email at Yes, so it'll take a while for this to come across, but all your emails and all your folders and everything you've done in your Gmail account with Yes will get synchronized to Mail. And the nice thing about this is even though you leave Yes and your account gets suspended eventually, the emails will still remain in Mail in a readable format. You can also download Thunderbird if you don't use Mail on a Mac or a PC, and you can import your .mbox file this way, but you need to install the Import Export Tools extension. So if you're on a PC, you need to you will probably have to use Thunderbird and install the Import Export Tools extension to import that .mbox file that Google gave you. All your YouTube movies that you've uploaded and created will also be available to you. They'll be downloaded in MP4 format. And you can see that they're all viewable and usable. So you'll have to re-upload those to YouTube, to your personal YouTube account. And then two more services that I'm sure you use, sites. If you want to transfer ownership of sites to your personal account, you can also do that on the web. Just go to your website, click on share, and then enter your personal email address. But here you have the option to change from can edit to owner, and you can say send, and you get a notification that you are the owner of this website when you go to your personal email account. And you can even choose to take your Yes email account off the website. And the next one is Blogger. Works very similarly, is one extra step. If you have a blog that you were using at Yes that you would like to take with you, go to your blog and then go to Settings. And then add an author. So in Add Authors, you'd type in your personal email address and you click Invite Authors. Now here you can't directly set a person as an owner of the blog. You have to invite an author, which is yourself, and then you need to switch to your personal email account. And then accept the invitation to be a blog author. And then when you go back to your school email account and you refresh your blog page, you'll see that you're now listed as an author, but you can change yourself to an admin, which basically gives you ownership of the blog. Again, you could choose to remove your school email account from your blog if you would like.